Hey, look who it is! Victor Vance! What's going on, amigo? You want some smoke?
Fuck you, Martinez.
Relax. You're so fucking histrionic. It's like hanging out with a bitch on her period.
You want me to fuck you up?
Whatever, baby. The thing is, you work for Phil. And Phil works for me, which makes you my bitch's bitch. Figure that out.
Man, this shit is heavy.
So you had better play nice if you want to get paid, huh? Because if you don't get paid, then who's gonna look after your sick brother?
Fuck you!
Hey, change the record, baby! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! What did you expect me to do, huh? I didn't screw you over for fun. I was saving myself, and you would do the same, and don't pretend otherwise.
I had a career.
So what? You got kicked out of the army. Big deal. Hey, I told Phil about some guns I can sell if you can get them. Hey, Phil, don't smoke too much of this shit, huh? It'll make you trip out. Get paranoid.
Sure. Later, Jerry. Come on, Vic. This should silence any asshole following me.
We're gonna need some backup, Vic. I know some guys that'll help.
All right, and it's always good to see Sergeant Martinez there, huh? Reminding us of the order of operations in society and such. So we have some dialogue here.
Are we being followed? We better not be being followed. I'll rip those bastards' livers right out of their side.
Chill out, man. There ain't no one following us.
Well, I mean, you know, it makes sense as to why Phil feels this way, because of his current state, which, you know, he's drunk, so it makes sense that he's paranoid, but also Phil is a career criminal, so he's probably made some enemies along the way, but thankfully we won't have to worry about that in this mission, thanks to this unnamed backup that'll be tagging along with us.
Hey, fellas, come on! We're gonna make some money. They're good guys, Vic. Just always so quiet. Maybe I shouldn't trust them.
You know, I like thinking that cutscene there is a bit of a wink and nod at, I guess, Rockstar's writing style, or maybe just video games in general, how often you'll have these unnamed and voiceless characters join you, kind of just as cannon fodder in a way, to whatever, I guess, dangerous situation you find yourself in. And it's just like, these characters never really get any appreciation or screen time, really, so I think that's really what they're trying to get at there in the cutscene. Of course, you know, you have Phil explaining the situation and all that, and yeah, I found it kind of funny how he's like, well, you know, maybe we shouldn't be trusting these guys and all that, but either way, it's going to work out in the end, thankfully, so no problems there. But essentially what this mission is an expansion on Phil's previous mission called Cholo Victory, where we kind of get a bit more in-depth with drive-by mechanics, you know, when you have companions with you and all that. So what we had to do was kill the enemies on the back of the truck, so that way Phil can steal this truck and take it back to his place.
Hey, I'm gonna take the truck back to my place. Anyone follows me, you give them hell.
You know, I don't think it's the best idea for Phil to be driving in his current state. I mean, I guess at the same time, it's like Phil's expressed his skepticism towards our companions here during this mission. So, you know, I guess there's no winning in this situation, but, I mean, I guess Vic could be the one driving, but I suppose that would be a bit too smart of an idea. So, here we are, with Phil driving this truck back to his place, which is kind of annoying because he's taking the scenic route. It's like there's this giant road, this main road here on Vice City West that he could have taken, but instead he's taking these more back area roads, so that's a bit of a shame there, because in this, on these more narrow roads that are kind of twisting and turning all around the place, you know, there's a lot of opportunities for Phil to crash into things, like streetlights and other drivers and stuff. And he could potentially take too wide of turns and crash into buildings and stuff, and potentially get stuck underneath low roofs. So there's a lot of different things that can go wrong during this mission, so fingers crossed that things continue to go well for us here. But there's a few things, though. We have admirals chasing after us, which thankfully are not very threatening, not only because, well, they're admirals, so they're not exactly the best vehicles in the world to be using as a way of, I guess, taking down the protagonist and all that. But it's like those things are like especially weak during this mission. Like you can perform PIT maneuvers and pretty much put them out of business. So that's an idea for you, just spinning them out and letting these two fellas just continue shooting at the admirals and all that. But what you noticed back there, what you saw back there, was me facing the camera directly behind me. And the reason for it is because in these older Grand Theft Auto games, when you do that, and while you're also driving at a relatively decent speed, it'll make it to where things don't spawn in front of where you're driving, because the way that spawning works in these games is that things will spawn in front of the camera. So if the camera is facing behind you, then things will spawn behind you. And real quick, we have a pager message. Aunt Enid is driving Lance crazy. Can I join you? Let's double team. Ooh, that down. Hey. Well, I don't know about that because of what we know about Lance from Vice City, so it's probably not going to be the best idea having Lance, tagging along with us. Sorry, Lance, you're just going to have to continue dealing with Aunt Enid for right now. But anyways, real quick, I just wanted to show me getting this shotgun because it will be very important for the next mission, which we'll be doing for Marty J. Williams, who is Phil Cassidy's sister's husband. So, again, going back to the whole camera thing, though, it just makes it to where things aren't spawning in front of Phil as well as you. So it gives Phil less things that he can potentially crash into, which, is always a good thing. You can never trust the AI when they're driving because they're mad fiends, to say the least. So yeah, that completes this part. In the next part, we'll be doing the first Marty J. Williams mission, which is called Shakedown, which is a very common name for missions in the Grand Theft Auto series. But anyways, until then, I will see you next time.